कृष्ण कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरोन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण। We'll begin with the shloka. Till 10th we completed na last time. भक्तिं मुहुः प्रवहतां त्वयि मे प्रसंगो।
भक्तिं मुहुः प्रवर्तां त्वयि मे प्रसंगो।
भूयादनन्तमहताम् अमलाशयाणाम्।
भूयादनन्तामहताम् अमलाशयानाम्।
येनाञ्जसोल्बणमुरु व्यसनं भवाब्धिम्।
येनाञ्जसोल्बनं कुरु व्यसनं भवाब्धिम्।
नेष्ये भवद्गुणकथामृतपानमत्तः।
नेष्ये भवद्गुणकथामृतपान् मत्तः। Translation. Dhruva Maharaj continued, O unlimited Lord, kindly bless me so that I may associate with great devotees who engage in your transcendental loving service constantly. As the waves of a river constantly flow, such transcendental devotees are completely situated in an uncontaminated state of life. By the process of devotional service, I shall surely be able to cross the nascent ocean of material existence, which is filled with the waves of blazing fire-like dangers. It will be very easy for me, for I am becoming mad to hear about your transcendental qualities and pastimes, which are eternally existent.
Very important prayer. Dhruva Maharaj is right in front of the Supreme Lord, but is praying for the association of devotees. Ananta, O unlimited Lord, is addressing by that. O unlimited Lord. Bhuyat. The bhuyat is the verb here. This verb is used in the what is called as ashirling. That means apraptasya icha. A person expresses desire which he for obtaining something which he does not have. Apraptasya icha. Bhuyat. May I always have the prasanga. Prasanga means association. Association of whom? Mahatam. That means great devotees. What is the nature of those great devotees? Amala Shayanam. Amala means pure. Bhagavatam is called as Amalam Puranam, spotless Purana. Amala Shayanam means with a pure hearts, who perform bhakti to you. Bhaktim Muhu Pravahatam, who perform bhakti to you. And by that association, what I will get? By that association, Bhavat Guna Katamrita Panamattaha. Bhavat Guna Katamrita. The nectarian pastimes and qualities of you. Panamattaha means being intoxicated from drinking the nectar of your pastimes and qualities. Because in that association of those devotees, I will get the opportunity to hear the nectarian ocean of your qualities and pastimes. And I will get intoxicated in that, in hearing the nectarian ocean of your qualities and pastimes in that association. So by that association, Anjasa Uru Vyasanam Bhavabdim. Bhavabdim means Bhava refers to this material world. Bhavabdim means the ocean of material existence. Uru Vyasanam means this ocean of material existence is filled with terrible suffering, full of terrible suffering, Uru Vyasanam. But I will cross this ocean Anjasa very easily. Anjasa, I shall very easily combat. Neshye, I shall very easily combat the ocean of material existence full of terrible suffering. So, here we see that Bhaktim Muhu Pravahatam. Tvaime Prasango. Prasango, Prabhupada also says that Sangha means association, Prasanga means intimate association. May I have intimate association of Mahatam, of the great devotees with the pure hearts, who Bhaktim Muhu Pravahatam, who continuously perform bhakti to you. Muhu means again and again, or continuously. Who continuously perform bhakti unto you, Tvai. I want to have association of such devotees. But then one may say that, but what about, how will you cross the samsara? You may have the association, but what about this samsara? How are you going to cross this ocean of samsara filled with suffering? Then Dhruva Maharaj, with a pride, by raising his hands, Dhruva Maharaj speaks. It's a spiritual pride. There is a difference between material pride and a spiritual pride. In material pride, a person is proud of one's own abilities. But in spiritual pride, a person is proud about the person whom he is connected to. In spiritual pride, a person is proud of the person from whose mercy he has received. The Supreme Lord, the Guru Varga, the Parampara. So Dhruva Maharaj is speaking in a spiritual pride. The spiritual pride, he says that I will overpower. Neshye, I will overpower the terrible ocean of material life, full of countless pains. by the strength of that association very easily. Anjasa. Let it come before me. Let us see. Nothing is impossible for me. And Panamattaha, I will be simply drunk with the tasting the nectar of your qualities and pastimes. So the qualities of material life, such as rivalry, ignorance, and hatred, cannot make me suffer, cannot make this drunkard suffer. Even death cannot touch the person who has drunk immortal nectar. I will be drinking the immortal nectar of your pastimes when death cannot touch me. So by bhakti produced from association with the devotees, one directly meets the Lord. Dhruva Maharaj got the association of Narada Muni, and then by that association, he started practicing bhakti, and then he got darshan of the Lord. After getting darshan of the Lord, what is he praying? He is again praying for the association with the devotees. That means the very sadhana, means by which he got the association, by which he got darshan of the Supreme Lord, he is again praying for the same thing. That means bhakti in the form of association with devotees is the cause of bhakti, and that association of devotees is the result of bhakti. Is the result of bhakti. So it's a very profound shloka. Let's just go through Prabhupada's purport. Ulbanam means what? Ulbanam means a terrible. Uru Vyasanam. Terrible ocean filled with the dangers. So Prasanga, Prabhupada translates as intimate association. The significant point in Dhruva Maharaj's statement is that he wanted the association of pure devotees. The transcendental devotional service cannot be complete and cannot be relishable without the association of devotees. It's like drunkards, they can't relish their intoxication wines without the association of other drunkards. Similarly, Krishna Katha is relished in the association of devotees. That is the purpose of Prabhupada is establishing ISKCON. Anyone who is trying to be aloof from the Krishna consciousness society and yet engage in Krishna consciousness is living in a great hallucination. Somebody is living away, somebody is not associating with the devotees and is trying to practice bhakti. Such a person is in a hallucination, actually, because it is not possible to practice bhakti without the association. So from this statement, it is clear that unless one is associated with the devotees, the devotional service does not mature. Just like the mango becomes mature in the association of other mangoes. It does not become distinct from material activities. Therefore, it is said that Satam Prasangam Mama Virya Samvido Bhavanti Hritkarna Rasayana Kata Tajjoshanat Ashvapavarga Vartmani Shraddharatir Bhaktir Anukramishyati. This is from Kapila Dev's teachings to Devahuti. Only in the association of pure devotees can the words of Lord Krishna be fully potent and relishable to the heart as well as the ear. Tatam prasangam mamavirya samvido bhavanti hrit karna rasayana kata. The association of devotees only Krishna Katha can be relished with the heart as well as the ear. So therefore, Dhruva Maharaj is explicitly wanting the association of devotees. Bhaktim Muhu Prabhakatam, that association in devotional activities is just like the waves of a incessantly flowing river. Muhu. So Prabhupada says that we have 24-hour engagements in Krishna's service. That is called the incessant flow of bhakti. Mayavadi philosophers may say that, okay, you are happy in the association of devotees, but what is your plan for getting out of samsara? So Dhruva Maharaj says that is very easy. वो तो बाई हाथ का खेल है. येन अंजसा. It's not at all difficult. That this ocean of material existence can be very easily crossed. Yeah, Bhavat Gunakatamrita Panamata, if one becomes mad to hear the glories of the Lord. Panamattaha. So, anybody who is persistently engaged in hearing the topics of Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, who is actually addicted to this process. Just like a person is addicted to intoxicants, for him it is very easy to cross the ocean of material existence. Just like people get addicted to, there are different types of addiction. Somebody who is addicted to smoking, he cannot live without smoking. Somebody cannot live without drinking alcohol. There's something also called a screen addiction. One cannot live without opening the screen. Screen addiction. There will be so many types of addiction. So here, similarly, one should become addicted to hearing Srimad Bhagavatam or some limbs of bhakti. So then it is very easy to cross. So the ocean of material existence is compared to a blazing fire. Samsara dava, nalalida loka. But a devotee, this blazing fire is insignificant because he is completely absorbed in bhakti. That is why Vishwam Purna Sukayate. The Dukkalayam appears like a world with happiness. So Prabhupada further says that purport of the statement by Dhruva Maharaj is that devotional service in the association of devotees is the cause of development of further devotional service. There's a very profound shloka in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. Very beautiful shloka. Krishna Krishna Bhakti Janma Moola Hoya Sadhu Sangha Krishna Prema Janme Teho Puna Mukhya Anga. So the cause for a person to begin Krishna Bhakti is Sadhu Sangha. And after a person has achieved Krishna Prema, the most important limb of Bhakti which a person practices is again Sadhu Sangha. After the Krishna Prema is awakened, association of devotees is still most essential. So therefore Prabhupada says here that association of devotees is the cause of further development. By devotional service only, one is elevated to the transcendental planet Golok Vrindavan, and there also there is only bhakti. So the activities of bhakti in the material world and the spiritual world are the same. Bhakti does not change. If one gets an unripe mango, it is still a mango. And when it is ripe, it remains the same mango, but it becomes more tasteful and relishable. So similarly, there is Vaidhi sadhana bhakti. A person practices bhakti according to Shastra and the Guru. And then there is Prema bhakti, the spiritual world, rendered directly in association with the Supreme Lord. But they are both the same. There is no change. So one is the unripe, another is the ripe stage, which is more relishable. So therefore, in order to, just like the unripe mango becomes ripe mango in the association of other mangoes, similarly, a person can come to the ripened stage of bhakti only in the association of devotees. It's possible to mature in bhakti only in the association of devotees. So there are many shlokas uh, in the Bhagavatam regarding association of devotees. I'll mention few shlokas from uh, Muchukunda offers a prayer. Bhavapavargo brahmato yada bhave janasya tarhyachyuta satsamagama satsangamo yarhi tadaiva sadgatau paravareshe tvayijayate matihi. When the material life of a wandering soul has ceased, then a person attains the association of your devotees. Muchukunda is telling to Krishna. So, when he associates with them, there awakens in him devotion unto you, who are the goal of the devotees, and the Lord of all causes and their effects. So, when the material life, or when the person associates with the devotee, then the material life ceases. Or when the material life ceases, a person gets the association of devotees. Both way one can take. There's an Atishayokti Alankara. In Atishayokti Alankara, a particular point is emphasized by extreme assertion. So generally the cause is stated first and then the effect is stated. The cause is the association of devotees and the effect is the material life ends. But here the effect is mentioned first. When the material life ends, then a person gets the association of devotees. So effect is mentioned as the cause and the cause is mentioned as the effect. This is the Atishayukti Alankara. So in order to express the swift action of a cause, one may assert the result before the cause. The cause is acting so swiftly, in order to emphasize that the effect is mentioned before the cause. So Vishwanath Chakravarti says that the merciful association of the Lord's devotees makes possible our determination to become Krishna conscious. So the association of devotees, the purpose of association is twofold. To become fixed in the goal, to become fixed in the path to attain that goal. To become fixed in the goal as Krishna Prema and to become fixed in the path to attain that goal. That is the purpose of association. So we see there are several shlokas. There is a Niti Shloka says that Asajjana Sajjana Sangi Sangat Karoti dussadyam apiha sadyam. Pushpashrayat Shambhushiro Diruda. Pipilika Chumbati Chandrabimbam. By the association of a great soul, Asajjana, a rascal, can achieve the impossible. Sajjana Sangi Sangat. Dussadyam Karoti, he can achieve the impossible. Just like an ant in the association of a flower on the hair of Lord Shiva can actually perform the feat of touching the moon. Because moon is there in the Lord Shiva's head. So there, yeah, ant is there in the flower, and that flower is offered by a devotee to Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva put that flower on his head. So because that ant was in the association of the flower, it has come to the Lord Shiva's head, and it has come to the point of actually touching the moon. So that way association can make the disqualified person achieve the impossible. Rahuguna Maharaj says that Rahu Gunaita tapasanayati nachejyaya nirvapanad grihadva na chandasa naiva jalagni suryair vina mahatpada rajobhishekam. Without bathing oneself in the dust from the feet of the devotees, one cannot realize the Lord simply by austerity, sacrifice, or distribution of wealth, etc. Prahlad also says the same thing. Prahlad says that Vanam gato yat harimashramayat. No, Prahlad similarly says that Vina matpada rajobhishekam. So in that way, there are many shlokas talk about the association. Raghunath Das Goswami says that without the association of Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami, the land of Vrindavan has become empty and desolate. And Govardhan has become like a great python, and Radha Kunda has become like the gaping mouth of a ferocious tiger. Without the association of Rupa Goswami. So, like that, many things can be spoken about, but we'll go ahead. Next shloka. तेन स्मरन्त्यतितरां प्रियमीशमर्त्यम्
तेन स्मरन्
तेन
तेन
स्मरन्त्यतितरां प्रियमीशमर्त्यम्
तेन स्मरनतितरां प्रियमीशमर्त्यम्
ये चान्वदत् सुतसुहृद् गृहवित्तदाराः
ये चान्वदः सुतसुहृद्गृहवित्तदाराः
ये त्वब्जना भवधीयपदारविन्द
ये त्वब्जना भवधीयपदारविन्द
सौगन्ध्य लुब्ध हृदयेषु कृतप्रसङ्गाः
सौगन्ध्यलुब्धहृदयेषु कृतप्रसङ्गा
Can read.
O Lord, who have a lotus navel, if a person happens to associate with a devotee whose heart always hankers after your lotus feet, seeking always their fragrance, he is never attached to the material body or in a bodily relationship to offspring, friends, home, wealth, and wife, which are very, very dear to materialistic persons. Indeed, he does not care for them.
So Dhruva Maharaj in the shloka, he is speaking, yeah, the result of association. So he is addressing the Lord as Abjanaba, O Lord with a lotus navel. Abjanabha. So te nasmaranti atitaram priyamisha martyam. So those people who have taken association with what? With whom? Saugandhya lubdha hridayeshu krita prasanga. Association with those people whose hearts have smelled the fragrance of your lotus feet. Bhavadiya padaravinda saugandhya. Saugandhya means fragrance. Fragrance of what? Bhavadiya padaravinda. Fragrance of your lotus feet. Lubdha hridayeshu. Those who have smelled that fragrance. Krita prasanga. That means krita prasanga means those who have taken association of those people whose hearts have smelled the fragrance of your lotus feet. Such people, how do they behave? What is the result of that? Such people, te nasmaranti atitaram. Smaranti means they do not make arrangements or they do not care. Smaranti can also mean remember, but here it means nasparanti. They don't care. They don't care for this atitaram priyam. Priyam means very dear. Atitaram priyam. They don't care for this very dear material body. Atitaram priyam, martyam, this material body. And not only material body, they also don't care for the things which are related with the material body. Such as Suta, sons, friends, Suhrut, Griha, house, Vitta, wealth, and wife. So this is the result of association. Result of association with those devotees who have smelled the fragrance of Lord's lotus feet. Such people don't care for the material body or the people, relatives who are related to the material body. Many times people fear that if you associate with the sadhus, you will lose interest in this thing. Like that, people fear that. That is sometimes true, because Bhagavatam says that. Of course, it doesn't mean that one cannot leave the family life. One can be in the situation wherever one is. In that, by being in that situation, one will develop attachment to Krishna, and then one will be responsible. One can be responsible in whatever situation one is in. But it is true that when a person associates with the devotees, which such devotees who have smelled the fragrance of Krishna's lotus feet, they don't care for the material body or the things related to the body. So, but because of the presence of identity with me and mind, it is difficult to avoid a disturbance. The Lord is saying that, and Dhruva Maharaj is saying in response, the devotees do not make the arrangements for the material body, even though it is very dear. And they forget as well those who are present in relation to the body. Ye chan anu ada. Anu ada. Such as the Suta Suhrud Griha Vittadara, sons, friends, etc. So those who take association of the devotees do not care for the body. So Sridhar Swami says that the word tu indicates that these persons, by fixing themselves in yoga, have given up identification with the body. But this is the nature of the devotee, since he is Nishkama. So he quotes, Vishwanath Chakravarti quotes a shloka from Prayers of the Vedas personified, 10.87.32. Nrishu tava mayaya brahmam amish avagatya brusham त्वयि सुधियो भवे ददाति भावम अनुप्रभावम कथम अनुवर्तताम भवभयम तव यत् भ्रुकुटिः सृजति मुहुस् त्रिनेमिर अभवत् शरणेषु भयम. So the wise people who understand how your Maya deludes all the human beings, such wise people render potent devotional service to you, who is the source of liberation from the birth and death. How indeed can fear of material life affect your faithful servants? On the other hand, your furrowed eyebrows, the triple-rimmed feel of time, repeatedly terrify those people who refuse to take shelter of you. But those who have taken shelter of you, they are never afraid of the material life. They are not afraid of the time factor. So therefore, this verse says that the result of association with the devotees is that the destruction of samsara, one becomes detached from the body and the things related to the body. So Prabhupada's purport. The special advantage in devotional service is that the devotees not only enjoy the transcendental pastimes of the Lord by hearing and chanting, but are also not very much attached to their bodies. Unlike the yogis who are too attached to the body and who think that by performing bodily gymnastic exercises, they will advance in spiritual consciousness. Generally, yogis don't have much interest in bhakti. They are simply focused on regulating the breathing process. That is a bodily concern. So Dhruva Maharaj plainly says that a devotee has no more bodily interest. He knows that he is not the body. So therefore, without wasting time in the bodily exercises, a devotee searches another pure devotee and simply by his association becomes more advanced than any Ashtanga yogi. So that is the special advantage of being a devotee or associating with a devotee. So this status of life is possible only when a person is interested in associating with a pure devotee who will always enjoy the fragrance of the lotus feet of the Lord. Saugandhya lubdha hridayeshu krita prasanga. So one more shloka. Tiryang nagat dvijasari sripadeva daitya.
Sarispra Devadaitya
Sripadeva daitya.
Rupadeva Daitya
Martyadibhi parichitam sadasad vishesham.
Martyadibhi Parichitam Sad Asad Vishesham
Rupam stavishtamajate mahadadyanekam.
Upam Stavistam Ajate Mahad Adi Nekam
Nata param parama vedmina yatra vadaha.
Nata Param Parama Vedina Yatra Vadaha. Translation. My dear Lord, O Supreme Unborn, I know that the different varieties of living entities, such as animals, trees, birds, reptiles, demigods, and human beings, are spread throughout the universe, which is caused by the total material energy. And I know that they are sometimes manifest and sometimes unmanifest. But I have never experienced the supreme form I behold as I see you now. Now, all kinds of methods of theory theorizing have come to an end.
So Dhruva Maharaj says that Tiriyang Naga Dvijasari Sripadeva Daitya. Tiriyang means what? The animals. Naga, the plants. Dvija means birds. Sarisripa, snakes. Deva, devatas. Daitya, demons. Martya, humans. So Dhruva Maharaj says that so previously I knew the variety of grass and subtle elements. Sad, Asad, Vishesham. Sad, Asad means grass and subtle. Sad, Asad, Vishesham means variety. So the variety of grass and subtle elements which are manifested as Tiryang, Naga, Dvija, Sarisripa, Deva, Daitya, Martya, etc. They are manifested in the form of the bodies of animals, plants, birds, etc. Martyadibi Parichitam. And a total universal form. Mahadadyanekam. Rupam Stavishtam. Stavishtam Rupam means universal form. Mahadadyanekam. The total universal form composed of the Mahatattva and other elements. Previously, I knew these things. Previously, I knew the variety of the grass and subtle elements manifested as all these forms. And I also knew the total universal form composed of Mahatattva and other elements. So, but I did not know what was superior to all these forms. Nata param parama vedmi nayatra vadaha. So previously I knew all these different forms of human beings, animals, plants, reptiles, snakes, etc. And I also previously I knew the universal form. Rupam stavishtam mahadadyanekam, composed of Mahatattva and other elements. But I did not know what is beyond these forms. I did not know what was superior to all these material forms. Nata param parama vedmi na vedmi yatra vada. I did not know what is superior to this. Your Brahman feature and your Bhagavan feature, I did not know the superior to all these forms. I did not know the form of Brahman in which the sound does not exist. Nayatra vadaha. Nayatra vadaha means I do not know the form of Brahman which is superior to the material forms in which the sound does not exist. So, O Supreme Lord, I did not know your form of consciousness and bliss which is non-material, beyond the universal form. I also did not know your form as the Brahman in which there is no sound. So I did not know your Bhagavan feature, I did not know your Brahman feature. So because I am ignorant, being a child, I only thought of insignificant things. That I have to get a kingdom greater than that of Lord Brahma, like that. But now, however, being touched by your conscience, I have understood the meaning of all the Vedas. So therefore, I offer myself unto your lotus feet. So, we see this purport. In the Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says that He has spread Himself throughout the universe. But although everything is resting upon Him, but He is aloof. Maya tatamidam sarvam jagadavyakta murtina matstani sarvabhutani nachaham teshvavastitaha nachamatstani bhutani pashyame yogameshwaram bhuta bhrinnata bhutastho mamatma bhuta bhavanaha. 9.4 and 5. That is what is quoted by Prabhupada. So the same concept which is explained in 9.4 and 5 is expressed here by Dhruva Maharaj. Everything is resting upon Bhagavan, but he is aloof. So he states that before seeing the transcendental form of the Lord, Dhruva is saying that I had only experienced the various varieties of material forms and your universal form. I only experienced the 84 lakh species. So the fact is that unless one engages in devotional service, it is impossible to understand the ultimate form of the Lord. Since I engaged in devotional service, I have got the darshan of your ultimate form. Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavan yaschasmi tatvatah tato mam tatvato jnatva vishate tadanantaram. So Dhruva Maharaj, therefore, he is comparing his previous state of understanding with the perfection of understanding the presence of the Supreme Lord. He is doing a, what do we say, retrospection. So there are three things, I think. Introspection, retrospection, circumspection. Retrospection means compare yourself 5 years before, 10 years before when you started practicing bhakti, when you at that time, what were your habits, what were your thoughts? And then now, after starting to practice bhakti 10 years, 15 years down the line, now what are your thoughts? Retrospect. Yeah, we may be still struggling, we may be way behind our goal, but still we can retrospect and see that we have definitely made progress. So Dhruva Maharaj is similarly doing a retrospection. He is comparing his previous state of understanding with the perfection of understanding the presence of the Supreme Lord. So the position of a living entity is to render service. So unless he comes to the stage of appreciating the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he engages in the service of the various forms of trees, reptiles, animals, men, demigods, etc. So one can experience that one man engages in the service of a dog, another serves plants and creepers, another serves the demigods, and another serves the humanity or his boss in the office. But no one is serving Krishna. So even apart from these people, those who are elevated, they are engaged in the meditation of Virata Rupa. They are engaged in the service of Virata Rupa. So all these people, whether somebody is